Hey guys, it's Fuden here. We're back at it again, and we're going to be exploring the Local 58, which is a series with psychological horror elements and just some disturbing material in general. It's fake, so don't get worried, but it's made by Kris Straub. I probably butchered that, and it was based on an idea by Mikey Neumann. Um, I believe Chris was the person that made Candle Cove, so if you know that, then you probably will recognize Local 58. But in this series, we're going to be exploring the Local 58 universe, deciphering it to the best of my ability, and kind of just checking it out, seeing what it is like, what material it actually contains. I have watched a couple videos on it, like Nexpo did a cover on it, which was pretty hefty, so that's pretty cool. Uh, some ordinary gamer, Mutahar. I probably butchered that as well. I apologize. I can't speak English. I just woke up like an hour ago, so I apologize if I'm not doing that well vocally. But a couple YouTubers covered Local 58, so I guess I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon and without further ado, let's just get right into it. We're watching the first one, the first video that Local 58 TV did, and the channel is right here, Local 58 TV Community Television. It is pretty good views, a good like ratio, and that kind of stuff. So it's 3 years old, so it's not that old of a YouTube channel. But I mean, this is a horror series anyway, so that stuff like this takes time to create, which he clearly had the resources to do. But you know, it's not that outdated compared to other creeper stuff on YouTube or Reddit or Google or the internet to begin with. Anyways, we're on the fastest available route, and let's get right into it. This is some soothing music though. The Midnight Movie, paid programming. Local 58 tonight. Nice. Oh, okay. 2014, 11,
Proceed to the
21.
highlighted route.
That's what November?
Continue on Holbrook Park Drive. Then in 500 feet,
Damn,
turn
that's a
right
day
onto
right
North
after my
38th
birthday.
Street. You will arrive at your
Uh,
destination in 2 hours and 28 minutes.
Hold on. What?
You will arrive at your destination
Okay, so he's,
in
from
2
what I'm
hours and
seeing,
20.
he's on a highway. I don't know what street. Hold on.
Continue on Holbrook Park Drive. Then in
Harbrook Street Drive?
500
Hold
feet.
on.
Continue on Holbrook Park Drive.
Holbrook Street Drive.
Then in 500 feet, turn right onto North 38th Street.
North 38th Street. Okay. So, he's in, what, a city? He's in a
You
city.
will arrive at your destination in 2 hours
And
and
he's
28
leaving.
minutes.
And I mean, if he's going 2 hours and 30 minutes away from a city, then yeah, that's a house, that's a stop sign.
Turn right onto North 38th Street.
Yeah, so he's definitely leaving a city. You can see the traffic and the cars, so that's pretty obvious. That's pretty, like,
In a quarter mile,
it's kind of
turn
mundane.
left onto Merritt Parkway.
Merritt
You are on the
Parkway.
fastest available route.
We're on the fastest available route. Okay, well that's the signature catchphrase, boys. We're in. A nice glitch, I like that. No,
Turn
good
left onto
transition.
Merritt Parkway, then take the on-ramp to Highway 114 North.
Highway 114 North. So we're on a highway. So we're out of the
Traffic
city
ahead.
now.
Rerouting. In 10 miles, take exit 17, then turn right onto Quarry
Exit 17. Hold on.
Utility Road South.
Quarry Utility Road South. Well, if it's a utility road, then it's probably going to be. It's not going to be that maintained. So he's clearly going off the main highway into the woods or wherever. So I don't know. Well, that's a lie. Actually, I do know. I watched most some of the videos, so I do know what this is. We're deciphering it. We're not watching it for the first time. But he's going. To recap from here, he's left a city, and he's going on a utility road, which is, from what I know of a utility road, utility roads are they're utility roads, right? Like they're not actually that maintained. I'm just gonna look up the definition right now. Yeah, so it's like what big trucks, like transportation trucks would use, or like just kind of quads, or just kind of mess around and that kind of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. So he's
You
on
are on
this.
the fastest route.
We're on the fastest road. So this is what 3 in the morning too. Yeah,
In
there's no
2.8 miles, keep right to stay on Service Causeway H516.
we're not there's not that much
You will
traffic
arrive at your
anymore.
destination in 14 minutes.
We're almost at our destination. We're in a very yeah okay. So we're off. We're definitely off like whatever. We're off whatever state or country or whatever place we're in. We're off that main mode of transportation, which is the highway. So we're off the highway. We're off we're either on or off a utility road. So we've left civilization behind like a while ago, and now we're just in the woods. And this is what 5 o'clock in the morning now. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 2014, the 21st of November. I think. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't know my dates, man. I'm tired. I just woke up. Come on, give me a break. But yeah, okay. So we're no longer on a highway. We may or may not be on a utility road, and we're going somewhere deeper into the woods, essentially. Okay. Cool.
Rerouting. Make a U-turn.
Yeah, okay. We're in the
Head
woods
east
now.
for 1/4 of a mile, then follow signs for
This
do not
yeah,
enter.
you could tell like this is maybe what quads would use, right? This is I'm not sure if I could turn the quality up. That's 720p. This is what quads or just people like in the country would use to get around is these like really bad and like really bumpy roads. So I don't know what destination he's I don't know what sane man is I don't know what sane man's destination would ever be anywhere in the woods at all at 5 a.m. in the morning, by the way. Assuming it's in the morning. It could be at night. But it's I mean, it's a pretty bad camp. Yeah, okay, it's in the night, sorry. It's I don't like how claustrophobic it is. Like it's so narrow and it's clearly steep. Like hold on. Like from what I'm seeing, like those are pretty tall trees and like that's just a thin bush. So it's pretty damn steep down there. So if you
Continue
go
on
down, you're
unnamed
probably
road.
dead.
Then, in 300 feet,
Yeah.
turn off your headlights.
Wait, what?
Continue on unnamed road. Then, in 300 feet, turn off your headlights.
Continue on unnamed road and then at 300 feet, turn off your headlights. Okay, that's got janked, but alright. So, we're on an unnamed road now. That's clear. We're in the woods. We don't know. We don't really have that much clues to go off from of what this person is actually doing in the woods, mind you. We have no idea why they're there. We don't know what vehicle they're driving. We don't know who they are. We don't even know what they look like. So, we can't really like do any assumptions on that. Of course, you can make theories. And you can make pretty bad. You can make like I've got a theory craft once we get to the end of this video and go back and rewatch it a couple times, that kind of stuff. But the only clues we know of is that he left a city that's probably in the States because local 58. Like I'm assuming, I think Kris Straub he is a resident in the United States. So as a Canadian, I'm safe. I don't know about you guys, but if this shit was real, y'all are fucked. I'm about to say, you're doomed. But anyways, yeah. We don't know. They left the city. They went on the highway. They went on a utility road. Then they went on an entirely unnamed road. So they're in bumfuck nowhere. And their GPS is telling them to turn off their headlights when it's 5 o'clock in the morning on a road that is horribly. It isn't. I wouldn't even say it's maintained, considering how bumpy and just how out there it is. Like it's probably just made by off road vehicles with drunken drivers and that shit going on a party or something. So continue having that in mind. Let's continue. You're stopping here. You're stopping here. Okay. Huh. Yeah, no. So, I've deduced that this man is insane. And, on the contrary, he's rather, insane, considering... So I'm gonna do a wild theory real quick. But that's either a cryptid or some form of, Lovecraftian monster, because no way in hell could a natural creature on Earth make that noise. And, I mean, it could be a cougar. But because cougars do make really they make insane noises. Like if you ever hear a cougar in the mountains, I'd be shitting bricks. I'd be gone. I'd either be gone or I'd be paralyzed in fear because they make really truly terrifying noises. But anyways, I don't think that's a cougar because it just doesn't. I mean, it's. I don't think a cougar I don't know where cougars live, but it's in mountainous areas. They could be in forests, right? But this is a pretty this is a forested area, and it's pretty. I don't know. It's from the looks of it, it's going lower. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Again, I'm no biologist or whatever you call it. I don't study nature and animals and movement of animals, but that's yeah, I don't think that's a cougar. Hold on. It kind of picks up at the end. Wait, was that hold on. Oh shit, hold on. Wait. Oh! It's right there. Hold on. Yeah, right there. Okay, so it's not a cougar. That's definitely not a cougar. I was gonna rationalize and say that it could be a bear. And since we are nearing the end of the video, I'm gonna start preemptively theory crafting. But I was about to say that this could just be... So, for whatever reason, there could be a hunting lodge this far out in the woods, or a cabin, or something. And this dude is relying on a GPS because maybe he isn't that familiar with the environment and the terrain. And so he's using this GPS to get to the cabin. And he goes down this road. He's starting to get worried and stuff, and so he's having some doubts and maybe, maybe he sees, maybe his mind starts playing tricks on him and stuff. So he's in a pretty worried state. I imagine this man or whoever it is, this woman, I don't know. He's probably a little anxious because they're driving so late. I don't know why they're driving so late. Maybe they're trying to get to this cabin early, or maybe they arrived to the city earlier via airport, that kind of stuff. But I don't think that's true in this case. So, because the bear, right, it could have been a bear's roar, or something similar to a bear. Maybe, I don't know, well, there's not really something similar to a bear unless it's another bear, is there? Yeah, nice one. Yeah, okay, so rationalization aside, let's continue the video first. But we know we've seen what this is because that's clearly an animal. Well, I say an animal, but I mean, it's a cryptid. Clear, it's definitely a cryptid. No doubt about it. Like, there's no, it looks like a cryptid, so I'm gonna call it a cryptid. But anyways, let's continue. But we have the picture in mind, so
Rerouting. Make a U-turn. Your destination is behind you. Rerouting. In 500
so
feet.
hold
Your
on.
destination.
The destination is behind you. So what I'm getting at is that thing is your destination. It's being chased.
Moving on in 300
You
feet.
can
Your
like
destination
either
is
that's
250
stomping
feet.
or that's the car, but I
Rerouting.
think
Your
it's stomping.
destination will be in 50 feet. You will arrive at your destination.
You've arrived at your destination. You've arrived at. Hold on.
At your destination. 200 feet. Your destination in 250 feet. Rerouting.
It's ahead of you. It's gone. So it's no longer behind you. It's ahead of you.
Your destination will be in 50 feet. You will arrive at your destination.
You've arrived at your destination. I think
At your destination.
it might. I think it roars at the end. Okay. So
You have arrived.
we've arrived. I wonder. Then we're on the fastest available road. You're by Kris Straub. Yeah. Okay. So that was interesting. That was interesting. We have two theories right now. It's a cougar or it's a bear. Both of which have been proven false by the image of the creature that we found. So let's get to the more occultish theories. So it's in the woods, right? It's in the woods. It's at night. This could be a Wendigo. You know? It could be a Wendigo. But there's also the whole side of why the GPS is leading you to this Wendigo, or whatever it is. So, I'm gonna play the optimist card and say that the destination wasn't the creature, but it was instead something else. Something, it's like some kind of building that, maybe it is a cabin, maybe it is a lodge, but we didn't really see any cabin or any structure on the road to begin with.
Rerouting. Make a U-turn. Your destination is behind you.
Yeah, the
Rerouting.
destination is, so there's no building. So assuming that thing, which could be a Wendigo, I don't think it is a Wendigo, because I don't think Wendigos can manipulate, like, GPS and other frequency-based devices. So, let's say it's not a Wendigo, but it's a cryptid of some sort that can manipulate frequencies, transmissions, radio waves, all that kind of stuff. Just electronics in general, right? And maybe this cryptid leads people to it via that way. It's luring its prey to it. So it doesn't need to go anywhere else, but it could stay in its natural habitat and just lure people to it. And boom. The hunter doesn't have to get fatigued, it doesn't have to leave, it doesn't have to really go anywhere. It just has to it just has to, ambush its prey. Its prey is humans. So that's first theory is that it's a cryptid that can manipulate electricity in devices, or not. No, let me rephrase. The first theory is a cryptid that can manipulate GPS and radio-like devices to lure, yeah, its prey into the woods where it resides. That's the first theory. Second theory is that this is it doesn't have much more, doesn't have that much evidence as the first one does. If you can call that evidence at all, but the second theory is a little more outlandish in that the GPS is hacked by some kind of cult regarding this creature, and I mean the both the theories go hand in hand, of course, but the second theory is that it's a cult, and it's either a rigged GPS to begin with, or it's a hacked GPS, which really are the same things, rigged and hacked. But this cult, maybe this person's best friend or a friend is in the cult. They're on a drive together. The person driving the vehicle got out. His friend decided to replace the GPS, and whenever he used the GPS the next time, it would lead him to this creature, or at least wherever the creature lives. And then once the creature's gone, maybe they do some kind of sacrifice or offering type of ritual when it's daylight, because or whenever it's more lighter and you could see it's not that dark, using what their sacrifice from last night, um, that kind of stuff. So it's a cult that uses their connections in the social world to lure people to its deity or entity or whatever it worships, and then it gives an offering to it using that their latest victim's corpse, and then it maintains the peace. So it could be some kind of a, like, going back to it. Let me see if I can find it. Frame by frame. I think it's right here. Yeah. It scared the hell out of me. Jesus. Yeah, so right here. That looks, to me, that looks like a Wendigo, right? It looks, maybe that's the nose, or some kind of a, maybe that's like a deer head, like the bones of a deer's head, or maybe a elk or moose or whatever it is. It's very, it has elongated limbs. It's very grotesque. It's very thin waist right there. Maybe dilapidated rib cages and that kind of stuff. The hips, one side looks bigger than the other, but I mean that could be from the lighting. And then I don't know what that is. That could be a tree or something, but that could be the foot. It's not looking. It could be looking at us, right? Because it doesn't show much. But let's not do that now.
Rerouting. Make a U-turn.
That took a while to load. Hold on. There we go. So it could be looking at us in the way that horses do, and the fact that they see clearer by looking at you sideways rather than straight on like humans do. So it could be perfectly staring at him. I don't know. There's too many assumptions you can make. So we have four theories in general, because I'm not that creative to come up with any more. But the first two theories are clearly debunked. They're no longer, they're defunct. I can't use them, considering that we see what made that truly unnatural noise, and later on, the victim of this, I don't know, demonic, I wouldn't even say it's demonic, just cryptid assault, dies, assumingly. Because the car is crashed, the GPS, it dies. There's smoke from the engine rising, I'm pretty sure, so, like that, I assume that's, hold on, like that smoke particles or whatever is being captured. I don't know what that is, hold on. No, that's smoke. It's like there's a roar in the background as well. Maybe a roar of triumph over its latest prey. It got some food, it got dinner. It's satisfied for its quota as food. Its quota. There's too many things you can go off from. I'm safe to say that this is a cryptid, though. Because I don't know, like, this person made Candle Cove, and I haven't seen Candle Cove, but I have heard from some accounts that it is pretty creepy. So it's not, it's not something you should watch. But I'm in full confidence I could say that this portion of Local 58, the first video, the fastest route that we've taken together with this man, is in fact leading us to a cryptid that will probably kill you and devour you, and then because it's on an unnamed road in the woods, so no one's gonna investigate you either. So yeah, it's safe to say this is a cryptid, in my opinion. But I'm no expert on that matter, so it could be whatever. It's fake anyways, but I like to. I'm gonna believe it's cryptid, and it lures people via manipulation of like GPS and like tracking devices, that kind of stuff. Because I mean, a lot of people do rely on GPS. It's a safe reliance to do have. Because if you don't know the road and you don't know where you're going, then I'd much rather rely on like a piece of technology than my instincts, which are probably pretty bad in the in the situation. Like my instincts would be pretty shitty in this scenario. But anyways, this is the first video of Local 58 that we've explored. We've deciphered. We don't know how related this is to the other world, and by the other world I mean the other portions of the Local 58 universe. But we've we've begun to scratch at the surface, and the surface is cryptids or something of that nature similar. So paranormal, cults, the occult, demonic, just the occult in general. It's unorthodox to see. So we're beginning to delve in, and I'd like to see your thoughts on what this creature is, because I'm curious myself, and I might do some more research once I finish uploading this video or during the upload process of what this thing is, what this video is. But with that being said, we've begun to scratch the surface, and we need to go deeper into the abyss. And on that note, I'll be signing off. Have a good day, and stay safe. Don't drown.